So in the last several videos I've been hinting about we're going to start talking about indexing, because indexing is one of these things that really is empowering about using a programming language. It lets us do things that we wouldn't be able to do if we were just using a graphing calculator or a spreadsheet. So this is one of the reasons why we're bothering to learn R instead of using some other thing that's maybe not as powerful. So what is indexing? Like the idea of indexing is that if I have a vector, especially a large vector with lots of things in it, sometimes I need to get something out of that vector, just maybe one individual or maybe a certain subset of the vector I need to pull out so that I can use for something. So let's take a look at our pirates vector. There they are, and these are all real pirates that I found. And let's say I need to make one of these. I need to get one of these names out because I'm engraving it on a plaque for Pirate of the Month that hangs outside the cabin, outside the captain's cabin, my cabin, on the Outlier, my ship. So it turns out that this month, the Pirate of the Month, is Flora Byrne, and I know that she's in the 6th slot on this list, which is in no particular order. And I need to get her name out, so I use indexing. And indexing in R is represented when you're performing an indexing operation, which again just means I want to pull something out of pirates, and I'm going to tell R what I want to pull out by specifying that inside of square brackets. And square brackets always mean indexing in R. They're not used for order of operations. You cannot replace them. You can't replace them with parentheses or use parentheses in their place. You need to use square brackets for indexing. So Flora Byrne is the 6th pirate on this list. So I just put a 6 in there, and I get her name out. So the simplest form of indexing is just to put the number of the element, inside the square bracket. So if I want to get the first person on the list, Peter Love, then I just put a 1 in there. And if I want to get the last person, then I put a 12. And Bonnie. Now, we can also get a range of people. So as you saw a few videos back, we can use a colon with numbers to create a range of numbers, like 1 through 5. Well, we can put that inside of our square brackets, and it will give us the first 5, because it's basically, it's a range. Or we can put a vector in there and say, maybe I want to pull out one. Let's try this again. I want to pull out even numbered pirates on this list. So I can just create a vector right inside this indexing operation and say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now remember, I can't use 0 here because in R, 0 is not a position on the list. The list starts at 1. So there we go. There's even numbered pirates. So any vector can be in there, but again, it has to be a vector, like if I put position 15, then it gives me NA, because there's only 12 pirates on the list. So, you have to be reasonable. R is not going to be able to make up magically a number out of thin air or pirate to fill your indexing request. But that's the basics of indexing, and we'll do some more advanced stuff in the next video.